Serious.
I'm Andy Boniface. I work at Mount Seymour Resorts in Vancouver. I'm the Events and Media Relations Manager. I've been working at Mount Seymour since the fall of 1991 and started off as a snowboard instructor and I've worked my way through the organization into the present position where I manage terrain parks, events, the mountain sponsorship opportunities, and of course our media liaison and media connections. I got started in the tourism industry right out of high school. Me and a friend moved to Banff. We got jobs at Sunshine Village, and the attraction was really simple. It was an ad that said, it's not just a job, it's a lifestyle. And that was the hook.
How did you get that job exactly? You just go in right for application? Did you know anybody that worked there previously?
The thing that's going to get you a job in this industry is the passion to want to be able to do it. I loved snowboarding long before I loved working, and snowboarding is what brought me to the Canadian Rockies. You know, I really wanted to go somewhere where I could ride all winter long. Sunshine Village offered that opportunity. It was a great, step away from home. And in the mix, I actually got some really valuable work experience and a way into the industry that I still appreciate to this day.
How did you get to Seymour exactly? That was just snowboard instructor, and then from then on, just like the whole time.
Okay, the year's 1991.
Yeah,
there you go. Just spent 2 years in Banff, working at Sunshine Village, snowboarding, mountain biking, living the life, and the year's 1991. Moved to Vancouver.
Nice.
Just got my snowboard instructor certification, and my goal was to get a job teaching snowboarding at one of the North Shore mountains. Mount Seymour was really progressive at that time, and they hired me right on the spot, and was able to work full-time within and develop a snowboard school, which there wasn't one at the time. I mean, really, my career path was chosen, but a lot of things kind of came into place that allowed me to take something that I love doing, snowboarding, and then the passion that I had to really get something out of that and turn that into a job. And snowboard instruction at the time was a new thing, and there was tons of an appetite out there from people that wanted lessons. And that whole department grew very quickly up on Mount Seymour. I grew up in Abbotsford, British Columbia. WJ Bowen Hawks. My training in the tourism industry is fairly informal. I have gone to college and studied some marketing and journalism and communications, which has allowed me to develop skills that enabled me to do my job a lot more effectively. I also have attained my CASI Level 3 instructor's course and freestyle and alpine coach, which were really important when I was teaching. But a lot of the skills I've learned on the job, and I've been able to develop through courses offered at the local college.
Did you learn how to deal with employees and guests just from working around the job, or did you take lots of courses and certification with that stuff?
I think something that's really important for anybody getting into any workforce is you've got to have the right attitude and the right personality for the job that you're getting into. And formal training is very important, and it's important to have a certain level to give you knowledge and information on how to deal with certain situations, but you also have to have the right attitude. You got to be able to deal with people and treat people in certain ways. You got to be able to handle stress and conflict in certain ways, and I think that the biggest asset I have is just being able to sit back, look at what we're doing on Mount Seymour, and try to come at things in different directions. I belong to a few different organizations. One of them is CASI, and it is instructional based, and there's not a lot of teaching that I do anymore, but it's a great group to belong to. It's a great resource for information. especially national statistics. Through the ski area, we're also a member of the Canadian Ski Council, so again, great group to do research with. And also a member of the Terrain Park Panel, which is a group that operates within the Canada West Ski Area Association. We developed a method of terrain park management a couple of years ago, and this is something that involved developing a resource guide for terrain park managers and risk managers to use that would give them information on building, managing, staffing a terrain park, a signage program that developed a rating system for different features, and a variety of forms and manuals that really help the novice terrain park manager come into the terrain park industry and give them some really useful data in how to develop something. When we first started building terrain parks in Mount Seymour, it was a foreign thing. Nobody knew anything about it, and you can learn through us. We made all the mistakes. Somehow, we managed to keep those parks alive and to keep them growing. And things like the work of this terrain park panel are really important to legitimize park riding within Canada.